Coming up on the Sports Desk, North and Torrance football, both in action at home. I'll get you the highlights and post-game reactions from the Saxons and Tartars. Plus, South football player Noah Harrison is a beast on the gridiron, but football isn't his only sport. Brittany Johnson will get you that story. Get ready for a whole lot of boom sauce. All of this and much, much more is coming up right now. Welcome back, everybody, to a brand new week here on the Sports Desk. I'm your favorite man wearing makeup, otherwise known as your host, Collin Kushner. Hit me up on Twitter all year long with pics, video, or if you just want to chat about sports. If you give me a shout, I'll put your tweets, pics, and videos on the show. So much has been going down in the world of sports. The NFL has finally kicked off, and baseball season is almost over, which means now is the time to start paying attention and watching games. Okay, enough for me. Let's talk some prep football. When you think of the North High Saxons, I'm sure you think of their cool jerseys and this dude named Mique Juarez. He accounted for 6 total touchdowns against the Peninsula Panthers in their previous game. That's absolutely insane. So what did Mique do in his encore performance? Well, let's just say it was nuts. North versus my favorite Weezer song, Beverly Hills. The Saxons getting pumped up. North shut out the Normans 48-0 last year. That was my best English accent I could give you. First quarter, no score. Mique Welch takes the handoff, cuts right, dodges a couple tackles. Welch is off to the races. That's a touchdown. North up early. Next Saxon offensive possession. Mique Welch again off to the races. Shakes off a few. Touchdown. North up 14-0. Later in the first, same score, Mique Juarez. Justin Allman shakes off the Beverly Hills guy. North just taking off the Normans left and right. North up 21-0, same quarter. Saxons up by 21. Mique Juarez, ABC, it's easy as 1, 2, 3. Touchdown. North up 28-0, second quarter. Saxons up big. Jason Colclasher, pick. He's going to take this deep into Norman territory, and it's going to set up this. Mique Juarez takes a snap, looks, sees nothing. He's going to take off, and he's in for the easy score. Dude finishes the night with 5 total touchdowns as North puts up 48 points in the first half to grab the dub. Different year, same exact result. North tosses up 48 points in the monster shutout dub. Mique Juarez finishes the night with 5 total touchdowns, all in the first half. Dude has 11 touchdowns in his last 2 games. Mique Welch also has a huge night with 2 rushing TDs, his first 2 as a member of the varsity squad. I had a chance to chat with Coach and Mique about their huge win on such a somber day in American history, the 14th anniversary of September 11th.
When it first happened, we shut down. We ended up playing on Saturday, and it was really strange. But yeah, these kids now, as time goes on, these kids are barely alive, so they don't have the recollection that we do. So yeah, we got to kind of impress upon them how important it is.
I talked to our vice principal today about, do you remember anything about 9/11? Like when I was younger, I was only 4 years old, so I really didn't know much until my last year, my junior year. We watched the video as our junior with our history teacher, and it hit some of us in history class. It's crazy how that happened.
Over in Spartan country, South puts up 47 points against Hawthorne for their second win of the season. It's the second year in a row South has started off 2-0. Let's not forget they did make the playoffs last year after winning their first 4 games. Playing one sport and being good at it is difficult enough. I mean, I only know from experience, but when you can be successful playing both, well, that's just another story. Brittany Johnson has more on South football player Noah Harrison, a kid who has success wearing cleats.
Through being a teenager, South High Spartans junior Noah Harrison has already built up a pretty extensive soccer resume.
I got called up to the U.S. national team, and I played there, and I did this thing which is called Olympic development, and I went there for a couple years, and then after that, I got a call from LA Galaxy, and I played there for at least 2 years, and I went to England and I played for a couple clubs there.
According to his coach, it's his attitude off the field that makes him special.
Players like Noah that have that charisma and that athletic ability, they don't come around a whole lot. And so he's definitely special and in a lot of ways. And that's one thing I keep telling him is it's not only what he is athletically, but as a person. You know, he does brighten people's day. He does cheer these guys up. Like I say, he is a shot of life.
This shot of life traded his soccer cleats for football pads for one simple reason.
I think I like hitting. I think it gives a little bit of rush, and it's always something to look forward to in the morning.
And his football coach is very happy he did.
I don't remember last time South had two corners like Carl or Noah. Oh my gosh, they're pretty darn good.
Noah's hopes for his future in football are all about the team.
I just want to achieve greatness as a player, and I want to see my team achieve greatness as well alongside me. I think that's more important. The team's more important than myself.
For the Sports Desk, I'm Brittany Johnson.
Thanks for that story, Brittany. Meanwhile, over at Torrance High, the Tartars, well, they struggled in their first game of the season against Miracosta, but the beauty of football is that once one game ends, it's on to the next. Torrance hasn't started off 0-2 since 2013. It's hashtag Tada time. Torrance beat Morningside 35-20 in their meeting last year. First quarter, no score. Monarch quarterback Jerome Rosebor finds the edge, and he has daylight. The whole Tartar D chasing after him. He's in for the score. 2-point conversion is good. Morningside up 8-0. Later in the first, same score. Tyler Mazzulli, he finds Josh Evans, and Evans shakes off a few tackles for a big gain. He gets pushed out of bounds. Very next play, Tyler Mazzulli drops back, pumps. He hits Alex Rogers over the top for a huge gain over the middle. Torrance finally grooving. Fourth down, same drive. Tartars in striking distance. Tyler Mazzulli's pass incomplete. Torrance turns the ball over on downs. Second quarter, Morningside still up 8-0. Tyler Mazzulli punts, and if you look in your screen, Alex Rogers gets absolutely trucked. Let's take another look. Rogers gets whoop! He's taken out of the play, and Patrick June for the Monarchs, he picks us up and takes us all the way to the house. The Monarchs go up by 14 and don't look back. 61-21 is your final. Tough loss for Torrance. Jeremiah Iono has 3 rushing touchdowns in the second half, but that still wasn't enough to overcome the big first half from the Monarchs. Torrance has allowed 116 points in their first 2 games this season. It's the second time since 2013 the Tartars are 0-2 to start off the season. Crazy part of it all is that they made it to the second round of the CIF playoffs where they lost to Nordhoff that year. Still hope over in Tartar Nation. Out west, the Warriors still vibing from last year's success. West takes a page out of North's playbook, scoring 4 times in the opening quarter, crushing Inglewood 49-8. The Warriors have only lost once in their last 15 games. Quarterback Drake Peabody has a Dak Prescott kind of night. He accounts for 4 total touchdowns, 3 through the air and 1 on the ground. That's West's second win in 2 seasons over the Sentinels. DJ Collins, all I do is win, win, win. Yeah, that's an appropriate way to describe Bishop football as of late. The Knights have been absolutely hashtag killing it in their first 2 games. Seriously, killing it. Let me put this into perspective for you. In their first 2 games last year, they scored 7 points. I think that's French. This year, it's been a complete 360 McTwist. Bishop has scored, drumroll, 49 points. Listen, I'm no mathematician. I mean, that was my worst subject growing up. But according to my calculations, that's 7 times their point production in their first 2 games last year. Boom sauce. Wild game over at Lusinger. Bishop comes from behind to grab the win over the Olympians. Brendan Marafino hits Bernard Amofa for the game-winning TD late in the 4th. Cue it up because all I do is win, win, win no matter what. Okay, so the last season of American Idol is coming up. I think my singing is worthy. I think. Anyways, back to sports. Bernard Amofa has 168 yards receiving and that key game-winning touchdown. Huge night offensively for the Knights. No pun intended, but the defense, woo-wee, forces 4 fumbles, recovering 3 of them. Steven Perez, 5 tackles and 2 of those forced fumbles, and Bryce Matthews adds 10 tackles. The last time the Knights started off 3-0, they went on to lose their 4th game. All right, everybody, it's time for a boom sauce break. When we come back, Bishop Montgomery and West girls volleyball met up for a date on the volleyball court. No, not the kind where you bring dinner. I'll get you the highlights from that game and much, much more. Don't even think about getting off the couch.
I like to eat apples and bananas. I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
One in 5 children struggles with hunger in America. Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
You're watching the Sports Desk with Collin Kushner.
Big thanks to the Todd cheerleaders for showing the Sports Desk some love. You girls are awesome. Welcome back, everybody. Check us out on Instagram. That's the Sports Desk TV for any cool pics and video from your South Bay sports scene and an inside look at the show. Bishop Montgomery Volleyball began their quest for another monster season. Let's flash back to last year. Bishop finished perfect in league play, won over 20 games, and made it to the second round of the Division I Double-A playoffs. The Knights versed the West Warriors for the 2nd year in a row to open up their season. Bishop swept West last year, 3 sets to none. Both teams giving each other some high fives for this one. First set, Knights up 19-14. Tiffany Phillips set. Garcia smacks it home. Bishop up 20-14. A few plays later, bing bang boom sauce. Sydney Hall smacks it home. Bishop takes the point in set 1, 25-17. Second set now, 8-4 Bishop lead. Diving stop by Madison Reynolds. Ping pong. This is going to go back and forth. Rally is almost over. On. Off the West player. That's a Bishop point. They're up by 5. Same set. Bishop up 22-14. Aaron Alexander with the kill. Off the West player. The Knights increased their lead and take set number 2, 25-15. Then the third set. Bishop's dominance continue. Garcia off the West player. Winner. Chicken parm dinner. Bishop goes on to take set number 3, 25-20, and the sweep of the Warriors. Different year, same result. The Knights taking care of business quickly against the Warriors. It's the 2nd year in a row West has been swept by the black and gold. Down south, the Spartan girls volleyball program are coming off a pretty decent 2014 season. They captured the Division II AA CIF title last year and the SoCal Division II regional championship. Went 10-0 in league, won over 30 games. I think you catch my drift. The most impressive stat line I can give you is they have made it to at least the CIF Southern Section semis every year since 2011. South sneaks past Palos Verdes 3-2. South hasn't lost to the Sea Kings since 2013. Wow. Up north, the Saxons fall to Vistamar 3-2. Bailey Small, she has a pretty big night. She has 17 kills in the loss. Let's not forget, North is just 1 year removed from the CIF Southern Section Division II AA quarterfinals. To the tennis court, Serena Williams recently lost to Roberta Vici at the U.S. Open. I know, a shock to me, and I'm sure for you as well. But I'm not here to chat about the U.S. Open. Let's chat about some Bishop Montgomery girls tennis. The Knights won league last year, and well, they got a pretty nice start at repeating last year's luck. After that non-league opening loss to Redondo, Bishop takes down that other Bishop school, Bishop Amat, and then the court jesters of St. Joseph. 2-0, never a bad way to begin league play. That wraps up all of your prep news. The LA Triathlon was back in full force right here in Torrance. Athletes from all over had a chance to enjoy the iconic course and push their bodies to the limit. Reporter Brittany Johnson has more.
The 2015 LA Triathlon at Torrance Beach brought people from all walks of life, all looking to challenge themselves.
It was a new challenge for me. I mean, I've always heard about triathlons, and it's like, well, swim, bike, run, do it all together and see what you can do. It's a very diverse athletic event.
This race in particular seemed extremely difficult for the participants.
I mean, those times where you think you are going to give up, everybody motivates you to keep pushing, so I'm glad to have a crew out here like that.
This is actually probably the hardest triathlon I've done in comparison. I did Malibu last year, and this is completely different.
I'm currently standing at the halfway point of this race, but these participants could not have gotten this far without a great support team. The Cortez family flew all the way from Chicago to cheer on Dad.
I'm really proud, and I'm glad my daddy won this medal.
It means a lot to us. We support him. It's a great hobby that he has, and we love watching him, and we love traveling. We're from Chicago, so we love traveling and seeing him do this.
Now that the race is over, it's family time.
Eat and probably back to the beach.
I'm going to watch some football and relax, lay down on the couch, drink a beer.
Perfect. Looks like we made it to the finish line. For the Sports Desk, I'm Brittany Johnson.
Thanks for that story, Brittany. Here's a look at some of the results from the Olympic race. The top 5 finishers in the Olympic race, all from Southern California and 3 from the South Bay. Israel Fragoso from Torrance takes first place, Duncan Mitchell second, Richard Gudis third, Monica Kung from Manhattan Beach fourth, and Peter Ano from nearby Redondo in 5th. Hats off to everyone who participated in the 2015 Herbalife LA Triathlon. All right, everybody, I'm going to take a quick snack break. When we come back, it's JUCO time. I'll get you caught up with all things Elko, plus my weekly rant. Trust me, you won't want to miss it.
Did you find it? Elbows up.
You taught him how to hit a baseball.
Just like that. Set high!
How to hit a receiver.
Nice.
The strike zone. The net. You taught him how to hit the upper corner. You even taught him how to hit the open man. But how much time have you spent teaching him what not to hit?
You're watching the Sports Desk with Collin Kushner. Let's get it, baby.
Welcome back, everybody. If Mique Juarez is telling you to watch the Sports Desk, that means you probably should. Thanks for the shout out. Boom Sauce. Hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram all year long for anything and everything going down right here in the South Bay. All right, in JUCO news, Elko football was back in action for their first real away game. Elko went up against the Pirates from Ventura College. Let me paint an old picture for you. The year was 2014. 4th and 11 from the Ventura 18. Elko knocking at the door. Joey Notch finds Nicky Roos, who looks like he makes the catch in. Yeah, the pass was called incomplete and Elko lost the game. Remember that? Wowza. Looks like a high school basketball score. The Warriors up 58-52 late in the game. 4th and 10 for the Pirates. QB Brandon Jones finds Riley Smith for the TD for the lead and ultimately the win. Ventura College ekes by Elko yet again. George Hernandez tosses 6 touchdowns and a rushing TD. What? And over 600 yards through the air. I'll give that a boom sauce. Hernandez's big night was also freshman wide receiver William Moorhan's coming out party. Dude finishes with 10 receptions and almost 300 yards receiving and trace touchdowns. It's the third meeting since 2011 between these two teams, and the Pirates have won all 3. And to make things even more interesting, each of Elko's 3 losses to Ventura College have been under 5 points. It's been so hot, it's time to grab your towels and hit up the pool. Elko men's water polo in action for their first game of 2015. Elko has struggled against Fullerton College in the past. Since 2012, they have played each other 5 times, dropping all 5 and being outscored 71-30. Let's see if a new year and a new season could change their luck versus the Hornets. Yeah, not so much. Fullerton College eases by Elko 25-4. That's Elko's 6th straight loss at the hands of the Hornets. Now that I've cooled down and dried off, to the pitch we go. Elko men's football falls to Fullerton College 3-2. Victor Hernandez has 2 goals in the loss. In their next match, Elko scores 3 goals and grabs their first dub of the season over Santa Ana College. On the women's side, somewhat similar results. Elko ties with Fullerton College 0-0 in their next game. Just like the men, the Warriors find twine twice thanks to Serena Ferlazzo and Miranda Ramirez for their first win of the season. Both the men and women's soccer squads at Elko starting to heat up, kind of like the South Bay weather we've been having. Meanwhile, in Elko women's volleyball news, the Warriors have won their previous 4 matches, sweeping 3 of those heading into the Cerritos tournament. Elko continues their sweeping ways against their first 3 opponents, Imperial Valley, Yuba, and Santa Monica. From there, the Lady Warriors continue to cruise, outlasting Canyons 3-1. And in the finals, well, Elko finally falls to Cypress 3-1. Taylor Bryden has 11 kills in the Cypress Tourney Championship game, and Kazia Boyer has 14 kills in the loss to the Chargers. It's the second year in a row Elko has made it to the finals of the tourney and lost to Cypress. So, in Elko's 11 games played so far this season, they have won 9. 6 of those wins have been sweeps. All right, Sports Desk viewers, it's time to hit me up on Twitter at pics, video, or if you just want to chat about sports, I'll hit you back. Plus, I'll put your tweets and give you a shout out right here on the show. Remember, in order to make the show, you have to hit me up. All right, so weekly rant time, number 1 and number 2. No, this isn't an Austin Powers reference. I'm talking Jameis Winston versus Marcus Mariota. I'm sure you figured that out, right? Anyways, the first 2 picks in the 2015 NFL Draft, both rooks, met up against each other in week 1 of the season. And, well, yeah, if you're an NFL fan, you already know Winston's stats: 16-33, 210 yards passing, 2 TDs, and 2 INTs. Winston's first ever pass, it was a pick 6. Is this a foreshadowing for his tenure with the Yar Bucks? Let's hope not. Then there's Mariota. He was, as Stuart Scott used to say, as cool as the other side of the pillow. Check out his stats: 13-16, 209 yards, and 4 touchdowns, no picks. Mariota's QB rating over 150. Winston's just under 65. I know it's only 1 regular season game, but I mean, come on, dude. Mariota looked poised and calm. Winston, well, he looked like he was running for his life. This begs the question, should teams be picking quarterbacks with the first overall pick? It seems like number 2 might be having the last laugh. What are your thoughts on Winston and Mariota? Hit me up on Twitter, and we can chat. All right, everybody, that's going to close the books on another week here on the Sports Desk. As always, we are available on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you just feel like saying hi, you can do that as well. Take it easy, Torrance. We'll catch you next time.